bit of business.
Yes.
So, our channel this week had a big boost. We got 6 new subscribers.
Yeah, something about there.
Some are from the interview we did last week, and some are from a new strategy that we're pursuing. If you want to lay that out.
We've taken to making much shorter videos, which is something we've been like slowly inching towards. And because a part of the problem that we found was that people we were trying to make like a show, and that show would have like 3, 4, 8, 10 different things, interviews, different segments, different written pieces and everything. And we would find no one would watch past like the first minute and a half segment. And we've been fighting it for a long time. But we've now gotten to like, let's just like make minute and a half segments. So I guess what we did is tested out by taking all those old segments that were big whole full episodes that were 9 minutes and chop them all into 1 minute.
Into each segment.
And those would get more views than the big whole full produced piece.
Yeah. And then I feel like another thing we added this week was the tight turnaround time of like have an idea, do the idea now. Don't wait for another time, because when you wait, either you get disenchanted with the idea and don't do it, or you feel like this idea is not enough, let's build it up. Both of which we've done to different ideas. And so it kind of gives you I think it results in a different
there's an immediacy.
Different kind of idea when you're just like, I have this idea. All right, get the camera, let's do it.
Yeah. Well, I noticed like a lot of projects, not just like on YouTube, but like that's just the easiest one to see because I'm always on it. But like a lot of projects from artist friends and myself that you get into something and you're like, this is going to be the most precious thing that you've ever put together. And especially if you're going to try like on YouTube to make one precious thing every week. And so you end up like holding these things off. And even if it is just like you're just a vlogger and you're like, you know, I moved to a new apartment, or you know, I went to dinner, or we had a party at work or something like that, you end up sitting on, you know, 2 hours of information that you may have filmed. And you're like, I don't know how to put this together, and then you start to put it together because you're excited because you just brought it home, and you pick at it for a while and you're like, oh, I could do better, like, well, I'll get back to it next week. And then stuff like sits around, and then people eventually like 2 weeks later put stuff out, 4 weeks later, 2 months, a year later, and it has no ending, and they put on like a little tag of like, sorry, I couldn't think of an ending, like that. And we do the same thing too, of where we're putting all this work of like, we got to find the right words, we got to find the right image, we'll wait until we find, you know, the right scenario to film.